What you want? I'm not here. We're gonna switch chairs. Hold on. Give me a sec. Oh, what to do with the phone? For real? I call you for real because you're the truth. What to do with the phone? Jedi, what to do with the phone? I just saw your stream, Jedi. What to do? What's going on with the folk, man? I just want to hit y'all with a quick live. You know what I'm saying? I'm going old school, back in my kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Making breakfast for the babies. I'm going old school DT3 today, man. What's up, Chin Smoke? What's up with my nigga Deuce? For sure. I see you. But yeah, I just want to hit y'all with a quick live, man. You know, I want to give y'all a little partake of what I think about what's going on in the game. And I didn't really say too much about Chris Arreola and Andy Ruiz. I didn't really touch on that too much. So I just wanted to touch on a couple things, man, that I saw over the past week or so. Give y'all my take. And I'm not impressed with Andy Ruiz. And I get, you know what I'm saying? Hold up, my coffee. My coffee. I get it. Now, don't get me wrong. It was a good Mexican showdown fight. Don't get me wrong. It was a great Mexican showdown. No lie. But I'm not sold on Andy Ruiz. I'm not sold on dude. He was getting hit. This is Chris Arreola. This is bad left arm Chris Arreola. Tell y'all something. If Andy Ruiz is the man that y'all proclaim that he is, and if Eddie Reynoso is doing so much for him, he should have stopped Chris Arreola. He should have stopped him. What's up with Dion? That shit was terrible, bro. There's no way that Andy Ruiz should have let that fight go 12. That fight shouldn't have went 12 rounds. That fight should have been stopped or on the verge of being stopped about round 9, 10. When I saw Chris Arreola working that shoulder, and I give you props, Chris, for fighting through that. I give you props for still pressing on in the fight, still pushing the fight. I still give you props for that. No Holly. But Andy Ruiz, the skill level, the plateau that they putting your ass on, you should have stopped Chris Arreola flat. That fight should not have went 12 rounds. You should. That fight, what that fight showed me is how much heart Chris Arreola really got and how terrible Andy Ruiz really is. Because there's no way that you should be getting hit with some of that shit that you was getting hit with. Some of the punches that Chris Arreola was hitting Andy Ruiz with, and you even got a knockdown in the fight. Oh, I'm sorry, Los. I don't know what to tell you. I got everything set up, bro. But there is no way that Chris Arreola should have made you take a knee. There is no way. And if Chris, and at this point, I'm telling you the truth, I actually said that Andy Ruiz could beat Wilder. I'm not so sure. Not so sure. I am not so sure that Andy Ruiz is not going to take a few trying to get in. Wilder is good at that measuring shit and throwing a straight right down the middle. He's really good at that shit. And I don't see Andy Ruiz getting off the line enough to stop that or to negate that. And I don't see Andy Ruiz having the gas. Let's say Andy Ruiz making a fight of it. I think it'll be prototypical Wilder fashion type of fight. Andy Ruiz is working Wilder, catching him on the inside early in the fight. But as the fight progresses, as the fight go on, Andy Ruiz is going to slow down, and Wilder is going to catch him like he do everybody else. But look though, I'ma shit on that Eddie Reynoso shit too. I'ma shit on all that. I'm finna shit on Eddie Ray. Lisa Bells, what it do with Lisa Bells? Queen Lisa in the building. Eddie Reynoso didn't do nothing for Andy Ruiz. I repeat, Eddie Reynoso did not do nothing for Andy Ruiz. Nothing. Nothing. Didn't improve him, didn't up his game, none of that. Eddie Reynoso didn't do nothing for that man. Nothing. Nothing. What's up with the source though? Nothing. Think about it. Let me be real with y'all real quick. Let me be real with y'all. Let me take a sip. Be real with y'all. If you notice, everybody that goes to train with Canelo, who they get their pointers from? I want to see if y'all really be watching what these dudes be saying. That's why I don't do videos like that, because I know what's up. I see what's going on. It's like, bro, I'm not gonna entertain that shit. I know what's up. I'm listening to everything these dudes are saying. Who you think is really doing the training in the Canelo camp? It ain't Reynoso. Reynoso is not giving out the pointers. He's not giving out the critiques. It ain't Reynoso. So if you think Eddie Reynoso is the one that's really training these dudes, the one that's training Ryan Garcias and the Andy Ruizes and all that shit, if you think Eddie Reynoso is the one, he the one holding the mitts. He the one holding the pads and shit. But guess who they getting the pointers from? Guess who they getting the pointers from? That man, Saul Canelo Alvarez. Ryan Garcia, every time he do an interview, who he getting pointers from? Oh, Canelo. Andy Ruiz, who he getting his pointers from? Canelo. Nothing from Eddie Ray. Eddie Reynoso ain't giving them nothing. Nothing. All they game they getting, all they pointers that they getting is from another fighter, not another trainer. So all this Eddie Reynoso is this, Eddie Reynoso is that, Eddie Reynoso is, man, cap. It's cap. Canelo is the trainer. Eddie Reynoso is the dude that's keeping you in shape. That's what it is. Cap. It's what it is. I don't knock it. I'm not saying that they're wrong for doing it. I'm just letting y'all know straight up. Eddie Reynoso is the dude that's holding the mitts, getting you in shape, shit like that. But Canelo is the one that's, when you see him training, when you see Andy Ruiz training, doing this shit or whatever, who is giving them pointers? Do you see Eddie over there like, no. Who you see? Canelo. Canelo sitting there telling them, do this, try this, move your head this way, move your hips, swivel your hips this way, all that. Canelo. Canelo is the trainer in that camp, not Eddie Reynoso. He's just the dude I wouldn't call him a glorified mid holder, but what's up with the unicorn though? You know what I'm saying? But Eddie, to me, he just a dude that just hold the mitts, get him in shape. The trainer is Canelo. Everybody go there to learn from. Think about it. Listen to what they tell you. When they say they go into the camp with Canelo, what they say? I'm going to learn from Canelo. Not Eddie Reynoso. I'm going to train with Canelo. Not Eddie Reynoso. Not the man that's been with Canelo from the jump, from day one. They trying to learn from Canelo. They going to learn from Canelo, not Eddie. So Eddie ain't the trainer that he's been hyped up to be. And even if you want to give Eddie some credit, for real, he only got one fighter. He only got one fighter. Of course, Floyd think he'd go. Why wouldn't he think he'd go? I feel like I need to see Bivol fight again, because his last fight, and I think this was because Bivol didn't fight in 2020. So I'm gonna give this fight to ring rust because he still looked cool, but and his opponent was pretty decent too. His opponent was pretty good. His opponent was not no cap guy. He's a really good dude. But I think holla. But I need to see Bivol fight again, because Bivol can't. He's not gonna beat nobody fighting the way he fought last time. And I just think that's because of ring rust. That's because of his ring rust for not fighting in 2020, because Bivol did not fight in 2020 at all. So I think Bivol is still a threat to Canelo. I still think he's a threat to Canelo. I just got to see him fight again. I still got to see him fight again. I've been good, Holla. I've been smooth. See. Let me tell you something, Valo. Let me tell you something. It ain't just clips of when you see him trying. Let me let y'all know what I'm talking about. This comment right here, this comment right there. Val, let me holler at you, Valo. Let me holler at you, Valo. See, I don't just look at one interview, 2 interviews. It's an abundance. Check the film. Check the film. If you check the film, you will see on multiple occasions Ryan Garcia and Andy Ruiz in multiple interviews and videos state how they are learning from Canelo. They asking Canelo for pointers. You hardly ever hear any of the fighters. I like how y'all try to take shit and turn it into a whole bullshit ass narrative. Y'all take little bits and bits of what a person say. Y'all chop up everything else and take out what y'all want, and then y'all focus on that one little bullshit piece. And you forget the whole point of the matter is the fact that throughout all these interviews of all these Mexican fighters going to train with Eddie Reynoso, the whole sole purpose they going to train with Eddie Reynoso is not because of Eddie Ray fucking Noso. Because of Canelo. Anybody that you hear going to go train with Canelo is not because of Eddie Reynoso. They going over there to learn from Canelo, not Eddie. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you? Why are you sitting there talking about a few clips, when fighters are literally solely going over to train with fucking Canelo, not Eddie Reynoso? How many times have you heard these fighters say, man, I want to get with Eddie, man. Eddie's this, Eddie that, Eddie this, Eddie. Not never. All Canelo. Buatsi versus Bivol will be, I think Buatsi gonna get his ass beat though. Buatsi get hit too much, and I think Bivol is gonna catch him with some hot shit, and Bivol hit too hard. Not saying that Buatsi wouldn't make a fight of it. I'm not saying that it wouldn't in a sense be potentially a good fight. Excuse me. But I don't think Buatsi got it for Bivol. I don't think he got it. I think he'll make a pretty decent fight, but I just don't think he got it. I think Bivol will get him. I think he'll get him mid to late rounds, not early. Buatsi too good for that type of shit. But I think he'll get his respect early. I think Buatsi will make him respect him early because Buatsi got a decent amount of punch power, and he got a good combination punch. You throw volume punches. So I think the first few rounds, Buatsi is going to win a couple of those rounds. But I think once Bivol gets in his stride, he finds his footing in the fight, he's going to get Buatsi out of there. Because Buatsi starts to get hit. The longer, it's like he's not the fighter that gets stronger as the fight progresses. He's the fighter that, yeah, he turns up, but he starts to get hit more the longer the fight lasts. He turn up, but he get hit more. And Bivol is not the dude that you could sit up there and try to slang and bang with like that and not get hit with no stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Bivol is gonna catch you, especially if you're a wing and ding European style combination puncher. Yeah, and right now I think Bivol is waiting for the shit. Joe Smith and Better Beef. Joe Smith and Better Beef is supposed to be fighting in a unification bout in the next like 2 months, I think in June or July. And I think the winner of that is gonna end up fighting Bivol. So basically that's what Two Hands talking about. That's the only fight that really matters if you Bivol. I'm waiting to see who wins out of Joe Smith and Arthur Better Beef. And the winner of that is more likely going to fight Bivol. I do think Bivol should fight one more time, though. I do think Bivol should fight one more time before he even look in that direction. Because Joe Smith Jr. already got beat by Bivol. So Joe Smith know what it feel like to be in there with Bivol. Bivol know what it feel like. So I think Joe Smith, if he were to win, he'll come into that fight a whole lot different. And in my personal humble opinion, I do think that Arthur Better Beef hits harder than Bivol. I just think Bivol is the more polished boxer out of the two fighters, out of Arthur Better Beef and Bivol. I feel like Bivol is the more polished, more solid boxer. He got the better feet. He got the more volume punches. I think he's more accurate with his punches, in my humble opinion. So I think Bivol is the better overall boxer. But as far as just a pure puncher, a pure brawler, I think that Arthur Better Beef got that hands down, no lie. And I think if Joe Smith can deal with the punching power of Arthur or Better Beef, I think he'll be able to deal with Bivol. I think he'll be able to deal with Bivol. He's never seen Arthur Better Beef. He's never felt Arthur Better Beef. He's already seen Bivol. He's already felt Bivol. And I do believe that he's gotten better. Joe Smith Jr. has gotten better since his last fight with Dimitri Bivol. We get to these guys. Yeah, oh, I missed a couple of questions. My fault. Yep, already. Allah asked me a question. He says, hey, DT3, when you hit the heavy bag, do you visualize the bag as your live opponent? Do you move your head and feet every time you hit the bag? You can simulate the fight? Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Always. The way you train is the way you fight. Period, point blank. I do got to get better at hitting the bag, though, because sometimes I crash my punches, meaning like I'm too close on the bag. So instead of me using my full length, and I'm like crashing too much. So sometimes I need to learn to use my length and my reach, and learn how to use my distance and control the distance a little bit better when I'm hitting the bag. But other than that, yeah, I pretty much simulate the fight on the bag. He got what? leave Joe Smith alone, man. We're gonna see, because now this is where I'm mad at Canelo. I'm just gonna do a video on it, but I was like, nah, I didn't have the time. Canelo, how you gonna sit up there and go up to 75, fight Kovalev, beat Kovalev? What's up, Jeannie? Go up there, beat Kovalev, right? Get that strap so you could be a 4 or 5 division world champion, all that shit. Then you say you not going back up to 75, right? That's what you tell the folks. You tell them, I'm like, I ain't going back up to 75. I'm finna fight at 160 or 168, right? Now I'm saw an article and watched in an interview with Eddie Reynoso via Fight Hub TV, shout out Fight Hub TV, where you was talking about how you moving up to 175. Canelo, cut the bullshit. Because on some real talk, you on some cap shit too. Because 1 minute you're not going up to 75, you're not fighting at 75 no more, all that shit. Then all of a sudden, now, oh, you want to entertain the thought of fighting at 75. Bitch, if you was going to fight at 75, you gonna fight at 75. And if you gonna fight at 75, fight Demetrius Bivol, fight Arturo Beterbiev, fight them niggas. Ain't nobody at 75 for you except Dimitri Bivol, Joe Smith, and Arthur Beterbiev. If you not fighting none of them, I'm gonna roast your whole ass all on YouTube in succession. Cause real rap, you be on some cap shit with that. Cause 1 minute you finna do this, I don't wanna do this. Now you want, man, you capping, bullshitting for the foe. Period. Period. Straight up. Cause Arthur Beterbiev, I'm telling you. That's the dude that issue you had with Triple G about somebody standing in the pocket and being in front of you, bro. Arthur Beterbiev is gonna light your shit up. He gonna light your shit up. He ain't no Colin Smith. He's not no Yanni Yildirim. He's not that. All right, Arturo Beterbiev is a real one. He's not Kovalev, so you're not finna just walk him down and just throw haymakers on him like that's just finna work. You can't fight him like that. Period. And Billy Joe, you cap too. You know why I say Billy Joe, you cap? Because these antics you be pulling with Tyson Fury is bull. Cap. The week of the fight, bruh, this is how bullshit Billy Joe is. The week of the fight this week, I haven't heard of no types of talk of Billy Joe backing out of the fight at all since the fight was announced. But all of a sudden, we get to the week up, we get to fight week. Now all of a sudden, oh, Billy Joe backed out. Oh, is Billy Joe going back out? Oh my God, Billy Joe, oh my God, blah, 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 blah. All these live streams, all these videos, all that. Billy Joe ain't finna miss that money. Then this nigga pop up in a little bitch Versace robe at the little motherfucking way at the face off. And want to talk some shit. I don't think he in his head. Jedi, I saw that shit. I don't think he in his head. I don't think so. I think Canelo is like, I'm gonna fuck you up. That's what I think. I don't think, you gotta understand. When you look at certain fighters and you look at the antics, whose antics is more critical? Floyd Mayweather, Billy Joe Saunders. Floyd Mayweather, Tyson Fury. Who really got the antics? Because for real, Canelo is in control of all of it. So Canelo don't got a trip. I'm the A side. I run this. You can talk all this because that's what Billy Joe do is talk shit. Me too, Lisa. I'm tired of Billy Joe and Tyson Fury because Tyson Fury is a bitch. Excuse me, baby. Please don't say that. Forgive me. Daddy having a potty mouth this morning. I'm so sorry. But Tyson Fury is on some sucker stuff, bro. No. Tyson Fury and Billy Joe Saunders, who I already said same thing Duke said. I'm going with Demetrius Bivol because I think Demetrius Bivol got enough power to make Canelo respect him. And Canelo not finna just walk Bivol down and just do some manly shit and not expect nothing to come back. Canelo do get hit. Y'all got the game fucked up thinking that Canelo don't get hit. Motherfucker do get hit. You know what I'm saying? It's just what he get hit with. And Bivol got some shit to where no matter what Bivol hit him with, he gonna feel that and he gonna have to take a step back or two. You know what I'm saying? So I got Bivol. Combination punches, got decent punching power. I got Bivol. But if he looked like anything what he did in his last fight, I'll go with Canelo. But I do believe Bivol got the skill set to give Canelo problems. I just need to see Bivol fight another time. And if he fights the same way again, or his performance is along the same lines, I'm going to go with Canelo. But right now, based on what I've seen prior to the previous fight, I'm going to stick with Bivol. I'm going to stick to my guns. That's my story. I'm sticking to it until Bivol show me otherwise. Until then, I'm going with Bivol. But back to Billy Joe enticing the bitch nigga Fury. These dudes is putting on a show for the folk. All right, Tyson Fury, you need to focus. You need to focus on fighting Anthony Joshua. Cause for real, the reason why you in the funk that you in, this is all a cash grab for you, Tyson. This is all a clout chase for you, Tyson. Ever since you fought Vladimir Klitschko and you didn't get the praise that you thought you should have got, you got depressed, started drinking, starting coke because you thought you just beat the man and you ain't getting no praise for real rap. You really didn't beat Klitschko. You just mind fucked him for 30 minutes. So as far as true boxing fans, they don't see that as a real win. They don't see that as like you really just beat the shit out of Klitschko compared to somebody like Anthony Joshua, who really did beat the shit out of Klitschko. You didn't do that. You danced around the ring for 30 minutes and talked shit, raised your hands, and had Vladimir Klitschko gunshot for 30 minutes. That's what you did. And when the people basically saw that and held you accountable for that, your whole ass couldn't handle that shit. You decided to go into depression, got fat and all that shit. Because there's no way a person can get to the pinnacle of the sport that whatever they in and then all of a sudden drop to the lowest of the low. That's because what you was expecting to get, you didn't get. You was expecting to get all this love from your people over here in the UK and all shit. They didn't give it to you. Not the love that you was expecting to get. So you got depressed. You got down and you fell off. Then this is what your bitch ass did. You sat up there, you was watching the TV, fat as all shit outside, sipping on a damn Heineken, trying to figure out what the fuck you gonna do with your life if you gonna kill yourself or not, right? So then you see Deontay Wilder, you see Anthony Joshua, you see these dudes, what they doing, and you thinking to yourself while you sitting your fat ass on the couch holding your dick talking about, maybe I could whoop these dudes, man. I could beat these dudes. If these dudes is getting all this, imagine what I could do. I talk shit. I'm a funny dude. I can capitalize. I can capitalize on the crowd. I can get the attention. Man, I'm gonna make my comeback. They got this dude Wilder. This dude talking about he the best thing sliced bread. I could mop. Boom, boom. So what you decided to do was a clout chase. Clout chase, right? Skill wise, you are the best. Skill wise, you can move. You got combination punches. You got a jab. You can throw punches from different angles. You could actually fight on the inside. But where you lacking that for a motherfucker who's 6'9", big for nothing, you have no punching power. You have enough pop to make somebody somewhat respect you to where they got to think about what's coming. Got you. But you are more known for your boxing prowess than anything else, right? So now you come back and all you doing is talking, running your mouth. That's all you doing. Building your profile up through running your mouth. You fight two bullshit opponents that nobody knew about, right? Beat them. Then after that, you get a fight with Wilder. Beat him. Everybody knew you was going, but actually, the first time you fought him was a draw. But everybody know that you actually really whooped Wilder's ass, right? But that ends up being a draw. So from that, now all of a sudden you back. You this gypsy king. This dude just came off the couch from depression. But you ain't telling the real reason why you was depressed in the first motherfucking place was because you didn't get the praise that you felt you deserved from beating Klitschko. That's why your bitch ass got depressed. Real rap. But anyway, I digress. So now you beat Tom Schwartz, Otto Wiley, and Deontay Wilder, and now all of a sudden Tyson Fury is the second coming motherfucking Jesus, and he could beat fucking Anthony Joshua now. And now look at what you're doing. Running your mouth. You fought altogether 4 times, 3 different opponents, but 4 times since you've been back. Since you've been back, you done fought 4 times. Tom Schwartz, Otto Wiley, Deontay Wilder twice. And the only thing you got out of that was the green belt. And I won every other belt. I just haven't won the green belt. Blah, 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 blah. Cap. Now we sitting there trying to get this AJ fight. AJ don't, I'm telling you something right here, right now. If you think that AJ have a hard time signing the contract when it comes to these unification fights, you got Anthony Joshua fucked up. The people that are not signing the contracts, Deontay Wilders, the Tyson Furies, they got all the excuses. Oh, Eddie Hearn got to do this. Eddie Hearn got to do that. Eddie this, Eddie that, Eddie this, Eddie that. And Tyson, bro, tell your fat ass, old ass dick can't get hard daddy to shut the fuck up. Because he on some clout chasing shit too. That's all he on. Clout chase. Get on here in the interview, start talking shit about motherfuckers. Who the fuck has who the fuck is Tyson Fury daddy be? What the fuck is Tyson Fury daddy done? What has he done? What? Nothing. Nothing but run his mouth. That's all y'all doing. Running your mouth. Why should let me tell you, I was watching this I was watching this video with Tyson Fury talking about Eddie Hearn is promote Canelo this, Canelo that. Guess what? Canelo is the face of motherfucking middleweight boxing, bro. In a sense, he's the face of almost all the boxing. Billy Ho ain't. Tyson Fury, you not. So if Canelo is bringing me dividends and ends, and Billy Joe ain't, Billy Ho barely stepping up to fight in a decent fight, why am I finna waste my energy pumping this nigga up when every time I wasted energy pumping him up, all he did was fuck it up? So how many times am I gonna keep pumping this dude up and he keep fucking me over, fucking over my name, fucking up my business? Because at the end of the day, that bitch ass nigga can sit there, he can leave, he can get the fuck on. He go about his day. I still gotta deal with that shit. My integrity and my name is still on the motherfucking line here. Fuck him. But I know if I put this dude, I put all my energy in this dude, I'm gonna get my payout. I'm not getting that shit with you two bitch motherfuckers. I'm not getting that with y'all. All I'm getting is, I need this, I need that, you gotta do this, I need this, I need that. You prima donna bitch, diva motherfucking boxing bitches. Straight prima donnas. Tyson, you a prima donna. Fury, Tyson motherfucking Fury, you a prima donna. Straight up. Bougie. Got my bitch in you than your own goddamn bra. That don't make no motherfucking sense. You doing all this talking. All this talking. I don't get on social media because I'm tired of fighters talking. All they doing is talking shit about each other. Fight. That's easy. It's easy to get your phone and just make a video, talk about you ain't this, and I'm this, and I'm that. That's easy. Get in the ring, fight. Fight. Straight up. Because he know he could lose, and Sean Porter ain't never been stopped before, and he know there's a possibility that Terrence Bud Crawford could stop him. That's why don't nobody want to fight him. That's why don't nobody want to fight nobody that's worth anything. Because they too afraid to lose. Not necessarily losing, but they afraid of getting knocked out, getting slept. Pussy generation, they scary. They scary. They ain't gonna never. They ain't gonna, bruh. They not. They not. They not. They not. They don't. Bud not a star. Bud not a star. Y'all cute. Don't. Y'all cute. Yeah, and you got to think, if Terrence Bud Crawford stopped Sean Porter, everybody and their mama gonna be scared, because now it's like, oh, he stopped Sean. Nobody stopped Sean Porter. Or they gonna hit you with this narrative: Sean Porter, oh, Sean Porter past his prime. The best Sean Porter fought Errol. It's gonna always be something to negate or to put down a particular fighter, especially when he's not the most liked fighter. They're gonna always find some way to put him down. Always. It don't matter who he is, what color creed he is. If he's not liked, they're gonna find a way to put him down. What to do with the phone? So with my guy. Yeah, and Sean Porter can't move. He don't move like that. He tried to show that he could move with Adenius Ugas, and that wasn't a good idea for him. That wasn't a good idea. Okay, I'm gonna get you something in a minute. Yep, that's his strength. Counter punching. Counter punching. Yep, she grew up, y'all. She growing up on me. I mean, a lot of fighters are a victim of the weak era in boxing. So Porter is stuck. He will either fight Thurman or Ugas. Again, he won't fight Boots. And that's the thing. Why ain't nobody? Now look, this is what I'm saying. Y'all keep, this made me mad. Y'all keep talking about Boots fight Bud or Bud fight Boots and all that, right? Y'all keep throwing all these people of Virgil Ortiz and Boots and all that. You know what I'm saying? When I said that Boots Enos, Ron Boots Enos and Virgil Ortiz should fight, and the winner of that fight will catapult whoever to the next level, they not ready. Oh, that's a fight that'll happen. So you mean to tell me, hold up, let me give my baby something to drink, because y'all got me effed up. For real, hold up, let me get her something to drink. Stop, man. Hold up. That just made me mad. Give my baby something to drink real fast. Don't sit there and say a couple years for Virgil Ortiz and Jerron Boots Enos, but Terrence Crawford, a world fucking champion, 3 division world champion. Oh, he gotta fight them now. They up and coming contenders. He gotta fight. He's a world champion. Since when does a world champion gotta dummy down for anybody? I even say that about Errol Spence. When does a champion gotta dummy down for content? What kind of bull? Here you go, baby. Get them something to drink real quick. What kind of bull is that? I did. I ain't pulling for Billy Ho. My thing is, why? How is Terrence Crawford, why is he the catalyst? Why he got to be the guy? He got to be the dude. He got to be the dude he got to fight Virgil. He got to fight Jerron. Earl don't. Sean Porter should be the one that got to fight Jerron Boots Enos or Virgil Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? Like, that should be their next fight. Or Keith Thurman. Because Keith Thurman and Sean Porter finna be, what's the word I'm looking for? Gatekeepers. Keith Thurman, Sean Porter finna be gatekeepers. They finna be gatekeepers. They finna be the guys you finna have to fight to see where you at for real. Keith Thurman, former world champion. Sean Porter, former world champion. They finna use them as gatekeepers. See where you really at. Then when you beat one of them, then they're gonna catapult you to the next level. Thank you. I appreciate you. I try. My family first. So that's what I feel is gonna happen with Sean Porter, or I think should happen with Sean Porter and Keith Thurman. And that's the thing. Boxing business is shit. The business of boxing sucks. Because you got to think, what's the business? Making sure that you get the most money. Maximizing the dollar for you. That's good business. And the timing is right. You're not overlapping something like I just fought like 2 weeks ago type shit. Like, it got to be a good gauge of time. Got to have a good time frame for a camp. All those things have to come into play in your favor for most dudes, or mostly all these dudes take a fight. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I really feel like when it comes to business, it's money. If it ain't money and they say, oh, it's not time yet. Well, if you saying that it's not time yet, but at the same time saying that you're ready for any and everybody, but it's not time for you to make that fight yet, that means you're scared to get your ass beat. And you trying to wait for that. You trying to age that fighter out to where he loses a step and he don't got it like he used to. Then you'll fight him because it's the right time. And you can get the most money. The boxing game is bull. Just like women's boxing. Women's boxing is entertaining to me. I can't speak for a few other people I know that don't think women's boxing is entertaining. To each his own. But some fights are pretty entertaining, in my humble opinion. What I don't like is when you got big bitches like Clarissa Shields calling out little bitches like Katie Taylor. That's what I don't like. Like, it's like we didn't came to a place where it's cool for somebody in a lower division, right? Killing, doing their thing. And then somebody 2 or 3 weight classes above them see that and say, oh, I want to fight him, or I want to fight her. They in 3 weight divisions lower than you, but they got a big name, right? So then they try to make that fight happen. Make the dude that's in the smaller weight move up, because the dude that's in the higher weight class is going to have hell moving down, unless the dude at the lower weight class got more clout. So if the dude got more clout at the lower weight class, he'll tell the big dude to come down and drain his ass. Wait, hold up. Myra, what's up with my girl, Myra? What to do with the phone? Hold up. Ballsy said it's smart for Porter to fight Sebastian Formilla. For those who don't know who Formilla is, Sebastian Formilla. For 1.4 million. It's smarter to fight Sebastian Formilla for 1.4 million than fight Boots for the same price or for 1.5. It's smarter. Help me make that make sense. It's smarter for Porter to fight Formilla because it's a for sure chance that he may win for 1.4 million. Than to take a fight with Boots, a fight that he may possibly lose for the same price or for extra $100,000 more in a $1.5 million. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know what y'all hearing with that shit, but that's what I'm hearing. It makes more sense for Porter to take a fight that he could win versus to take a 50-50 fight that he may lose for the same amount of money. That's boxing business. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here, bro. I'm all for fighters getting all the money they can, but because they're risking their lives, but they be capping on why they ain't fight. Yep. Look, man, if you not, but that's like if I'm trapping, right? And I hate to use the trap as an analogy, but best thing I think of right now. If I'm trapping and I'm like, man, it's Tuesday. Man, them niggas on the south side finna come down here and shoot, man. They come down every Tuesday. They start shooting up the block. I'm staying in the house. I'm not going outside, man. They active. I just want to sell my little bit of weed, man. That's all I want to do is sell my little bit of weed. Like, you don't need to be on the block. You don't need to be in the trap. Cause if they coming to shoot, nigga, you better have your strap. And when you be out there, bring your ass to this motherfucker and shoot up here if you want to. I'm gonna bust right back at your whole ass. That's pretty much what boxers is saying now. They in the trap. They don't want to come outside because they shoot. They talk about how they getting money. They talk about how they this and they hoard and they got videos, them holding guns and yeah, they this and they that. But then when it comes time to really get active, or when niggas is coming around and they getting active, or when the police come, they snitching. They not about that life. And that's what a lot of these fighters is on. Y'all not about that life. That's my point. A lot of these fighters get into this game. When you come in this game, you're already told, man, you putting your life on the line. This is life and death sport here. You don't play this shit. You either do it or you don't. You don't play this. You play basketball, you play soccer, you play football, you play tennis, you play hockey, you play golf, you play that shit. You don't play boxing. You don't play this. You can get killed in this. Take it serious. You learn that in the amateurs. So by the time you get to the pro game, ain't none of that. Oh, my life is on the line. Your life was on the line when you was an amateur. And when you fought in the amateurs, you didn't know who you was fighting most of the time. You didn't know who you was fighting until either that day. And if you fought in tournaments, you for damn sure didn't know who you was fighting until that day. You could be fighting a speedster. You could be fighting a slickster. You could be fighting a boxer puncher. You could be fighting an all-out brawler. You could be fighting all four of those. If you're in a tournament, you're going to be seeing all of that. And they all bring different aspects, different skill sets to the game. And they could all hurt you. All of it could end you. All it takes is for you to get hit in the right place, the right way. Good night. Forever nap. A forever dirt nap. So all these fighters that sitting there saying that they coming up with all these excuses why they can or can't take a fight, cap. You in the wrong business. Oh, I'll put my life on the line. Against who? Who have you fought where your life was literally in jeopardy like that? That y'all missing the factors of when a person say, I'm putting my life on the line. When you fighting particular fighters, you're not really putting your life on. You really not. When you look at who these fighters is fighting and the risk of damage, the risk of being hurt and fucked off is not that high. So when they give you that, oh, I can this and that, yeah, if you underestimate your opponent, but the people that y'all going in there with is no threat to you. It's no threat to hurt you. It's no threat to do any significant damage to you. That don't mean you ain't gonna get hit. That don't mean that the person you ain't gonna be sore the next day or whatever. That don't mean that's not gonna happen. What I'm saying is these fighters aren't fighting dudes that's a real threat to them. And any fighter that you may see or hear of that could pose a real threat, they're not going to fight them because of the threat. Because that fight is the fight where, hey, man, I don't know. I could probably die in that fight or get really fucked up in that fight because this dude is a real hitter. This dude can really bang. You're not going to see those fights. So all these dudes talking about, we risking our lives. Wilder only been in one fight where we was like, oh, shit, he getting fucked up. One. Out of his 40 fights, and counting the amateurs, one fight that he was in where we was like, Wilder get fucked up. They need to stop this shit. Just one. He ain't been in a lot of fights like that. He hasn't. And If you are getting in fights like that back to back to back to back, you just going to war after war after war after war, that means one of two things. Either the opponents you are fighting are just really that fucking good, or you need to up your skills. Because if you leaving every fight just beat the fuck up, something is wrong there. If everybody you fighting, you leaving scratched up, swollen, that's you. You need to work on your defense. Because you shouldn't be getting beat up every fight. Everybody shouldn't be touching you up like that. Not everybody. Let me get to these comments. My bad. Get to these comments. For sure, Source. Troy Grizzy. What's up, Alex? Yeah. Yep. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, if we gonna really pull the cap for, you know, we risking our lives and all that, bro. These dudes is cap. Muay Thai fighters, MMA fighters risk their lives more. You know why? Because MMA fighters actually fight top dude after top dude after top dude after top dude after top dude. You know what I'm saying? And when you fight like that, you gonna take some losses. Boxers aren't doing that because y'all afraid of losses. Losses in boxing make you not marketable. Thank you, Floyd. But losses in boxing, it depreciates your value. The more losses you have, the less your value in the sport. Period. And that's you bitch ass promoters' fault. I can't even blame Floyd for that because that's a narrative that you promoters took and y'all ran with it. Not one promoter is trying to really kill that. Not Eddie Hearn, not one. Because Eddie just like, well, that's the game. That's what we're going to do. I get it, but that's the game. Nobody is trying to kill that narrative. Yeah, I'm recently trying to get in. I've recently been watching a lot of MMA lately. Thank you, Serge. You ruined me. But yeah, I've just been watching a lot of MMA lately. Just looking at a lot of MMA interviews, watching a lot of MMA, just old fights. And it's entertaining. And then everybody's talking about, oh, like seeing dudes hugged up on each other. And real rap, a lot of them fights ain't like that. They not a bunch of dudes humping on each other and touching dicks and booties and shit. That's not what it is. So people just choose to be ignorant. That's on them. I'm just saying, man, slippers, extension cords, hangers, you name it. But like I said, these dudes ain't trying to fight nobody, and the stuff with Billy Joe Saunders is cap. And I get it, y'all gunning for Billy Joe. And I'm not saying that Billy Joe might not make a fight of it at first. Billy Joe do not got better feet than the Sandy Lara. He don't got better feet than Lara. Billy Joe Saunders don't got better feet than Floyd Mayweather. Billy Joe Saunders don't have the punching power to keep Canelo at bay. Who hit harder, Billy Joe or Triple G? I don't need an answer. I'm just saying that's a rhetorical question. So if Triple G couldn't keep Canelo off of him, how you think Canelo gonna walk Billy Joe down the whole fight, bro? He's going to walk Billy Joe down the whole fight. Billy Joe is not gonna make no forward steps. I promise you. Billy Joe is not going to, you're hardly ever going to see Canelo take a backward step from Billy Joe and do some, you're not finna see that from Canelo. Canelo is going to stay in the high guard, use his waist movement, and you're going to see Canelo throwing heavy, hard shots on Billy Joe. Heavy, hard shots. to the head and to the body. That left hook to the body is going to be there all night long. And Billy Ho is not going to be able to stand up to. I promise you. Billy Joe Saunders do not got the power to make Canelo be like, all right, I'm not going to walk up on dude. I'm not going to walk up on dude. I'm not going to mess with him. I'm going to wait. I'm going to play chess with him. Canelo not finna play chess with Billy Joe. Canelo might play chess with Billy Joe for 2 rounds. Just to see what he do. And then once he get a feel for him, he's finna walk him down. Bop, mop. Mop. He finna walk him down and just rip to the body. Hard over the top, ripping him to the body. Hard over the top, ripping him to the body. Period. I hate when people say it's my daughter. I got daughters, 2 daughters. 2 daughters. Actually 3. I have 2 baby daughters, and everybody gets them confused and think one of them is a boy. That's because she rough. She rough. No lie. I want to see Jose and Josh Taylor because I think Jose Ramirez can pull it off. I think Jose Ramirez can pull it off. I really do. I think Jose Ramirez can pull it off. I think his forward pressure, his combination punches, his high work rate, I think, and his motor, because Jose Ramirez gets stronger as the fight progresses. You know what I'm saying? He don't just stay one level. He gets stronger. He gets more aggressive, more assertive as the fight progresses. So the longer the fight goes on, I think it's going to be worse for Josh Taylor. The longer that fight progresses. I'm telling you, I'm going with Jose. I've been watching a little bit of Jose, and first I was like, Josh Taylor, Josh Taylor. I'm like, man, Jose might get him, though. But you know what, Troy? He don't get the respect. Chisora will never get the respect he deserves. Never. Never. The fact that he got 11 losses, he will never get the respect he deserves because he has double-digit losses. Hell, they were shitting on Tevin Farmer for having 5 losses. But Chisora is a throwback. He done fought every top dude you could think of. Top guy after top guy after top guy after top guy. Win, lose, draw, whatever. Chisora didn't fought him. And arguably beat some of them. But yeah, because of losses. And Dillian White only got 2 losses. 2 losses. Career over. 2 losses. Like Wilder got 1 loss, and everybody was like, "Oh, his career's over." I say his career is over because once you figure out the Da Vinci Code, it's a wrap. It's over. He's boxing on Monday. Major Keys boxing Monday with Damon Nicholson. He lost on points. So his stock went up. So how is it? Troy. If Jamal Charlo lose, is his stock gonna stay the same? If Gervonta Tank Davis lose, will his stock stay the same? Teofimo Lopez lose, stock stay the same. Vasily Lomachenko lost to Teofimo Lopez. And I'm hearing how his stock is dwindling. That don't mean he's not a top guy still, or he don't get paid, but his quote unquote fame is dwindling. Deontay Wilder, he lost. So certain fighters, they probably could lose, depending on who they lose to and the way they may lose. Yeah, they will get a little more fame. But guess what, Troy? Those fights don't happen very often anymore. So this ain't the era where you would see a fighter fight in a tough fight, and it's often. Like, we used to get them type of fights on Wednesday night and Friday night fights. We used to get those type of fights where we would see decent opposition against other decent opposition, and regardless of who won or who lost, the fact that it was a hell of a fight, it wasn't a loss for the fans. And even though the fighter that may have lost, he gained a lot of fans and notoriety because of the way that the fight was so entertaining. Fighters aren't doing that now.
Because I belong because I'm done.
Thank you. It's different when you losing as the favorite versus losing as the underdog. It's different. It's different.
Because I don't want to be.
The UK fans are better and more supportive than the US. UK fans, that's what I will say about UK fans. You support who you support. You don't switch up. From what I've seen, UK fans don't switch up like US fans do. Like, Amir Khan could get knocked out 50 times again, and y'all gonna still love Amir Khan. Like, he's never been knocked out. Billy Joe Saunders, another example, ain't really doing nothing. Backs out of a lot of big top good fights. Few of them pissed off a lot of people, but for some reason, everybody coming out for Billy Joe. Everybody like Billy Joe. You can do it. Like, they still support him over there, regardless of all the antics and the bullshit that may have came with. They still support him. Regardless of if it's Muslim, he's not even in like, he's not in Saudi Arabia or not. He over there. So they still are UK based people, regardless of their religious beliefs. They still UK. That's like saying like yeah, man, you know, they wasn't all Americans, they were just Christian. But all my Christian following is here in America, and they was all born here in America, so they are American. What their religious beliefs are is irrelevant, but their countryman status is where I'm coming from. Oh no, I got you for real. Y'all are very supportive of y'all people, of y'all fighters. Don't mention your soccer team. Oh my God, Jesus. Football, y'all go crazy over football. I mean real football, not American football. I mean real football, what we call as soccer, what we know as soccer. They serious about that shit. But UK fans are a lot more diehard with their fans, with their boxers, and they do hold their fighters accountable. So if a certain fighter doesn't do something or does something that's not up to par, y'all hold the guy accountable for it. And I like that. Unlike us Americans, who no matter what a fighter do, we got to cap for him, make excuses for him to justify their bullshit. I don't think it's gonna be an SD, Lisa. I think Billy Joe is going down by the 10th. I think it's gonna go to the 10th, and that's it. If it go 12, good job, Billy Hunter. Good job. You made it. But I don't think Billy Joe is gonna go 12 whole rounds with Canelo. I think Canelo is coming to hurt him. It's coming to hurt that dude. And I mean hurt him bad. Like, he got Tyson Fury. Billy Joe got Tyson Fury talking shit. Tyson Fury, you shouldn't even be worried about Canelo. But Billy Joe is using Tyson Fury to get in Canelo's head. We'll see. And we'll see if Billy Joe can get away from Canelo. Can Billy Joe get away from Canelo? No. Nope. Billy Joe do not got better footwork than Floyd Mayweather. I keep telling y'all that. He don't got better feet. He don't. Y'all got to understand. Canelo been in there with arguably the best pure boxer ever. Ever. Hold up. Canelo has been in the ring with arguably the best boxer ever. And for some abstract reason, y'all think Billy Joe is finna be somewhat in a comparison to that. Yes, I'm going to do a reaction to the fight. I'm not finna do a live commentary because it's a DAZN fight, and DAZN behave. DAZN behave. So I ain't trying to get my channel flagged because DAZN want to have a bitch fit because I want to talk about the fight. I don't want to show the fight. I just want to talk about the fight as it's happening. You know what I'm saying? But because DAZN got that dick up their ass all the goddamn time, I don't got time for that bullshit. I ain't finna waste no energy. Yeah, it's a great week of boxing. If Canelo lose, if a refined, reformed, more polished Canelo, active Canelo loses to a undisciplined. I love it when y'all say shit like, oh, but Billy Joe training, man. He trained for this. Canelo trained for everybody. So you telling me Billy Joe getting up for this, he training for this. When it's a big fight, Billy Joe get up, he about to lose. You don't train, so you not dedicated to the craft. You dedicated to the money that you make off the craft. You good at rocking your Versace robes and looking like the kingpin and all that. You niggas like looking like the shit. Y'all love putting on the front. Yeah, man, I got these Versace robes, man. Look at me, man. I got these little nice loafers on, man. You know, I'm riding in Lamborghinis, man. You ain't doing shit in boxing. Nothing. Nothing. You ain't beat nobody, to me, that's significant in boxing. Nobody. But you got these Versace robes, though. Your biggest name is who? What? Martin Murray? David Lemieux? Willie Monroe Jr.? Them the biggest names on your resume, Billy Ho? But you got these Versace robes and you walking up on Canelo like you really like you about this life and all that. You ain't doing nothing. 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 You think I'm finna believe that Canelo, you finna beat Canelo, finna lose to you? You think you got me? You want me to think that you finna beat him? You're not dedicated to the craft. You're not dedicated to the sport. You get fat in between fights. You are not helping him for real. You are not helping him. And the only decent names on your resume is, since you want to go there, I'll entertain it. Chris Eubank Jr., David Lemieux, Willie Monroe Jr., and Martin Murray. Out your whole career, them are the biggest names on your resume. David Lemieux, Martin Murray, Chris Eubank Jr. And you think I'm finna be sold that you gonna beat Canelo? And meanwhile, in the meantime, between time, you getting fat between fights? You not still working out, staying in shape, staying in sharp, being a real professional, you getting fat, sipping Heineken, chasing pussy and shit. Like Canelo in the gym. And I already told you, when Canelo not in the gym, the motherfucker playing golf. Golf course, daughter, gym. Golf course, daughter, gym. How you beating that, Billy Joe? You partying, club, chasing hoe bitches, want to be a player, want to be a mobster, want to be a gangster. Oh, I got a fight coming up. All right, I train a little bit, get in cool shape. All right, do that. He ain't nobody. You ain't got it. You ain't got it. There's nothing about you that's making me like, hey, Billy Joe might get him. Oh, all y'all that's hyping on, he's a mover. He can move. Canelo finna cut that shit off, and he's going to literally corner Billy Joe like a motherfucker. And you finna see Billy Joe get bullied. Y'all feelings is gonna be so hurt when y'all see what Canelo finna do to him. Y'all gonna be hurt. And I'm not saying Billy Joe not gonna have any cool, good moments. I'm sure he will. But I'm telling you, they're gonna be so short and far, few and in be motherfucking tween, bro. Billy Joe don't got it. He don't got it. Call it what you want, say what you will. Billy Joe don't got it. Don't got it. And another thing that I was gonna touch on that I didn't get to speak on too much, Clarissa. I do not want to see Clarissa Shields versus Katie Taylor. Clarissa, you a bully for that. You are a middleweight. Katie Taylor is a lightweight. What do you look like going to fight her for? Because of her name? She little. That's like Teofimo Lopez moving up. Real rap. That's like Teofimo Lopez moving up to fight Jamal Charlo. That's like Jamal Charlo was like, man, I want to fight Teofimo Lopez. Think about that for us. If Jamal Charlo, big 160-pound ass, came for me and said, I want to fight Teofimo Lopez. Think about that for a second, because that's exactly what Clarissa Shields is on. I don't want to hear it ain't that many. Then Clarissa go to MMA. It's plenty of bitches that's your size that you can fight in MMA. No problem. Hands down. But you sitting up there being 60-pound bitch calling out another 135-pound. Like, that's some sucker shit. That's sucker shit. There's no way everybody, and what makes it even more frustrating, Eddie heard you entertaining it. You actually spoke about it in an interview. Why? Why? That's not a fight. That's not a fight where I'm gonna say Clarissa's hella great because she went down 2-3 weight classes, or Katie Taylor moved up 3 whole weight classes to fight her and got her ass beat. I'm not finna sit there and be like Clarissa Shields is the greatest female fighter of all time because of that shit. Fuck no. Hell no. Taylor and Jonas was a good fight. I think Jonas is too flat-footed, and Jonas is not a volume puncher. She's looking for one punch to connect. And don't get me wrong, if she do connect that one punch, she could put your lights out, and I give her that. But she's too robotic. She's too stiff. She's not relaxed. Katie Taylor is very relaxed. She's not putting super pop on everything. She's just throwing, kind of shoe shining, window washing you a little bit. And Jonas is just looking to catch you with that hard counter coming back. And it's not going to be there for a fighter like Katie Taylor, or even a fighter that's half of the skill of Katie Taylor, because they're going to slip, and they're going to slip, duck, and dodge all those quick counters, man. I just saw Jonas as being kind of like a one-trick pony in a sense. Like, yeah, she's good. She has little decent, like she could beat the average guy or average woman, But when it comes to the top of the top, the creme de la creme, she's not gonna measure up. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of want to see yep, I kind of want to see McCaskill. Like McCaskill, okay, that's something that we can entertain that. Clarissa Shields is a 160-pound fighter. 160, 168 pounds. The lowest she went was 54. And when she went down to 54, it looked like she was emaciated. So she's not a real 54-pounder. She's truly, to be real, she's a 160-pounder. That to me that's her go-to. 68, that's like me fighting at 47. I'm comfortable. I don't gotta watch what I eat. I can eat however much I want, blah, blah, blah. I think that's Clarissa Shields at 68. But her trying to fight 100 and Katie Taylor is a 30, 35 pounder. Why? I love Jonas too. I think Jonas is a beautiful woman. I think she's a good fighter. I just think she's just too stiff. When she goes against slicker, smoother boxers, she'll lose every time because she's looking for that. She's looking at get you, bitch. Like, you know what I mean? She's looking for that too much. So that's my thing. That's my thing. I wouldn't say that Clarissa Shields is the female Wilder. She's a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. Deontay Wilder barely won a bronze medal. You know what I'm saying? When Deontay Wilder was in the Olympics, it was quote unquote the worst Olympic boxing team in Olympic boxing history. That is not me. That is literally facts. The Olympic team Deontay Wilder was on is literally the worst Olympic boxing team in Olympic boxing history. And Clarissa Shields is a not once, but a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. You don't get to be a 2-time Olympic, let alone just winning the gold in itself. But to be able to do it twice in your lifetime, that says a lot. That says volumes. That says a whole lot. And I give her props for that. That is very rude. But you know, it is what it is. But she's no female Wilder, not by a long shot. Not at all. Not at all. But I just don't think that Clarissa Shields should be calling out no Katie Taylor. Nah. And we as a boxing community shouldn't even be like giving that a pass. You know what I'm saying? That shouldn't be a pass because, like I said, Clarissa Shields being 160, 168 pounder, calling out Katie Taylor 130, 35 pounder is like Jamal Charlo calling out Teofimo Lopez or Ryan Garcia. Think about that. If Jamal Charlo got on Instagram and was like, yeah, man, I beat the shit out of Ryan Garcia, man, and Teofimo Lopez, man, set that up, man, I'm trying to get that smoke. Ooh. Tell me y'all not gonna look at Jamal Charlo like he on some sucker shit. Think about that for a second. Think about that. Or I'll even do you one up. That's like if Canelo, 168-pound fighter, talking about fighting Tank Davis. Think about that for a second. Right. Or David Benavidez calling out Tank. That come on, bruh. For real? Really? That's what we doing? But it's weight classes for a reason. It's weight classes for a reason, man. Clarissa, you're gonna go down as literally, and I'm not even. I'll never take from. I don't think you're I don't think you're the greatest woman fighter of all time. Fuck no, hell no. But I do believe that you'll be the greatest female boxer of all time based on your accolades, what you've done in the sport of boxing, being a 2-time Olympic gold medalist and becoming an undisputed champion so early in your career. I do believe that you will go down as one of not just best women's female boxers, but you'll go down as one of the best boxers of all time. I do believe that. I do believe that you will be on the Mount Rushmore of boxing because of what you've done in the Olympics and what you have also started to do as a professional. I do think that you will be that. But to call out somebody that's like 3 weight classes below you, and I get it. You a female boxer. There's not a lot of females in boxing that want to be considered heavyweights. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like if you really wanted to challenge yourself, move up, fight at 75, fight at cruiserweight. I'm not saying you got to fight at heavyweight, but move up. But trying to fight little ass Katie Taylor, that's some bully shit, guys. That's straight bully shit. And I do not want to see it. I'm not finna pay for it. I'm not finna if that fight actually was to be made, I am not finna. Nah. I won't do it. If that fight is made, I won't do a live stream until that fight is literally over and done. Because I don't want to entertain that. I don't want to. I don't know. I don't keep up with Clarissa Shields. I don't know if she's fighting MMA in June. I heard that too. Her training for MMA is trash. I'm not saying that because of the people that is training her. I'm just saying the way she looks in preparations for MMA, trash. Her kicks, trash. Kicks are trash. Ground game, trash. Trash. Horrible. She gonna get in there with a bitch that can roll and dip and dive, and they gonna fuck her up, tap her out. Get out of here. You know what I mean? The one that, because that's all people gonna do. They're gonna see that. They're gonna know Clarissa Shields, she got hands. I don't want no part of that. So what am I finna do? I'm finna just take the bitch down or keep her against the cage, hold her, grab her. Because I can hold her as long as I want to. This ain't boxing where they're gonna break us up for holding. So I can hold her, I can hit her with my shoulder, you know what I'm saying? I could bump her a little bit, I can hit her with shit that she's not used to getting hit with. You know what I'm saying? I can frustrate her with shit that she's not used to getting frustrated with. Like I can stomp her foot with my heel. You know what I'm saying? Like I could do so much shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Hannah Gabriel's moved up, but I don't think she's gonna fight Hannah Gabriel. Hannah Gabriel's was actually her toughest fight that she had in her career so far was Hannah Gabriel's. Hannah Gabriel's actually put some real work in on her and actually put her on her ass. I don't think Clarissa Shields is in a hurry to fight at Hannah Gabriel's. And I think if she were to fight at Hannah Gabriel's again, especially at a higher weight class, I think Hannah Gabriel's will give her problems because Hannah Gabriel's a good boxer, and she's not afraid of getting hit by Clarissa Shields. So, and that's another thing. Clarissa Shields like to bank on her skills, being able to outskill most women, and Hannah Gabriel, she couldn't outskill like that. So she had to outwork Hannah Gabriel. She couldn't really outskill Hannah Gabriel. She had to outwork her. And I don't think that she'll be able to outwork Hannah Gabriel at light heavyweight because she'll be bigger. She won't be able to work her like that. And what I will say in Clarissa Shields' defense is she'll have a lot more punching power. She'll have a lot more weight behind her punches. So she may be more dangerous in that aspect. But I still don't think Hannah Gabriel is going to be there to be caught with a lot of stupid shit. She don't want to fight Savannah Marshall. That's how I know Clarissa Shields. This is how I know Clarissa Shields is on the same shit that the dudes is on. Savannah Marshall, not like she just called her out. Savannah Marshall been called Clarissa Shields out. Been. You don't see Clarissa Shields. Look, Savannah Marshall is on a rise, finna do her thug thing in women's boxing, right? You don't hear Clarissa Shields saying shit about Savannah Marshall, a bitch that's her size, in her weight class, actually gunning for her. You don't hear her saying nothing about Savannah Marshall. Nothing. And Savannah Marshall is good. She long, she rangy, she got decent pop, and she could box. She don't fight. She ain't one of them prototypical girls when they get hit and she just start going for whatever there. She could box. Because Clarissa Shields ain't saying nothing about Savannah Marshall. I think she should. Because she ain't said nothing about Savannah Marshall. Nothing. She talking about Katie Taylor. Because she wanted to get a check. Because think about this. All these fighters, right, are looking for the check. They ain't looking for the legs. They're looking for the check. So Katie Taylor is a check. So I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna say this, and I'm not gonna speak on it too much anymore past this, because real rap, if you ain't a check, they not finna fight you. If you not a check, they not finna fight you. Tank Davis is a check. Ryan Garcia, emotionally, mental ill, retarded, still fucking with bitches, talking about he got mental illness and all this bullshit ass. That nigga's a check. Canelo, check. Check. They all checks. So that's what this is about now. This ain't about to be the man, you gotta beat the man. Ain't no money in women's boxing. Ain't no money in it. You should have got a different field, Clarissa. It's no money in it. And the little bullshit antic that you doing, what's up, Rach? The little antics you doing, it's not bringing no revenue to women's boxing. You saying that y'all should get paid as much as the men. It's not enough of y'all. It's not enough stars to go around to where people can say, hey, y'all should get this. The WNBA could say that. But the only reason why the WNBA probably don't get the money that they deserve is because, number one, they not dunking. That was some of the biggest thing that they were always saying that wasn't entertaining about women's basketball, is because the women don't dunk. And then also, they don't sell out like that. So they don't want to give women's basketball more money because it don't sell out and the women don't dunk. So they're not as entertaining as the men. So that right there shoots the WNBA in the foot. Right? Meanwhile, you got lingerie football. Them bitches get paid. You know why? Because men like football and men love looking at half-naked women running wherever the fuck. They don't give a fuck if they got a ball, tutu, whatever. If you could get grown, and when you looked at them games in lingerie football league, when you look at them stands, it wasn't nothing but grown-ass, perverted, beer-drinking homer men sitting there looking at them half-naked bitches run from one side of the field to the other because they just wanted to see titties and ass jiggle. And they get paid more. Why? Because of what men want to see, what our perverted, fucked up minds want to look at. Women's boxing is not enough of y'all out here, for one. Number two, y'all ain't putting on enough entertaining fights to keep people's eyes on y'all. So there's not enough, there's no dynamic that's really making y'all to the point where motherfuckers got to pay y'all that money. It's not enough. Go to women's MMA. That's where you're going to get your money at if you are a female fighter. You're not going to get no money in boxing. If you are a female boxer, the money that you're getting is not going to just come from boxing. Endorsements and sponsorships. And most of those endorsements and those sponsorships is doing that because you are a fucking female and you have tits and an ass and a pretty face. And they can market whatever they selling off of your career, what you've done in your career, plus your pretty face, your nice tits, and your nice ass. And Clarissa Shields was one of the main females that talked all that shit about Christian Hammer, how she was a model and she took her clothes off, da, 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 da. And what did Clarissa Shields do the moment she got her little thing? Same shit. Why? She a fucking female, and they told her, just like they told all the other women in combat sports, oh, you a female, you got this, you could do this, you could do this. And they threw those dollar signs at her. And she was like, well, fuck you. If you're gonna pay me this to stand naked in front of a boxing bag, if son of a boxing heavy bag, if you're gonna pay me this to model this, if you're gonna pay me this to, I gotta fix my teeth and do this, and you gonna pay me this, oh yeah, I'm gonna do all that. But you were the same female that was just shitting on Christian Hammer for doing the same shit. That's funny too. Katie Taylor don't have none of that. She still gets sponsors. That's what I'm saying. So if they're not even getting In a sense, you can say half of what the men get. And you got to think, women's boxing, they don't even fight 3 minutes. They fight 2-minute rounds. The most rounds they'll fight is 10 rounds. Cat. Love women's combat sports. Don't get me wrong. I do. I know a couple of cats. I won't say their names because y'all like to go back and say the wrong shit. But they don't like women's boxing like that. They don't. They don't. Because some fights, real rap, some women's fights do turn into rock'em sock'em robots. Some women's fights do turn into rock'em sock'em robots real fast. All the technique goes out the window. And it just looked like 2 bitches on the street just scrapping. That do happen. Real rap. So, but I don't think that Clarissa Shields should be calling out no Katie Taylor. No. 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 And in closing, before I get my black ass body up, I got Canelo beating Billy Joe Saunders in 10 rounds. Andy Ruiz, with the way that he's fought in this recent fight against Chris Arreola, I don't see him beating none of the top heavyweights. None of them. None of them. He don't got it. He don't got it. He went life and death with Chris Arreola. Andy Ruiz don't got it. He don't got it. Period, point blank. And that's what I'm rolling with. Clarissa Shields, you need to move up to 75 and fight those bitches up there and stop trying to pick on Katie Taylor for a check. I'm going to gas you. You picking on females for a check. If you got to do that, go to MMA, fight Amanda Nunes. Fight Amanda Nunes. If you want to fight somebody little, go to MMA, fight Amanda Nunes. Fight somebody like that. That's a good fight to make right now. Andy Ruiz versus Dillian White. That's a good fight to make. That's a real fight that you could really see, like. But you know, you got the white haters. They ain't gonna want to see that. Or if it is made, you know, Dillian White and don't deserve a chance and all that. Of course, Nunes is gonna watch her, but I think a lot of these people stop you too. Think a lot of these people need to get beat. Stop. A lot of these fighters, they need to get that good, clean butt whipping. A lot of these fighters need that to humble themselves, bring them back down to reality. Because a lot of these fighters live on Fantasy Island. And it's because the people around them is feeding into that. And the media is buying into that, pushing the narrative. And these fighters are believing it. I do not want to see, don't ever say no Ruiz I do not want to see, bro, Luis Ortiz need to retire. Motherfuckers don't even know how old he is. The nigga could be like 60. I don't want to see Luis Ortiz fight nobody. The only reason why Luis Ortiz is still fighting because the motherfucker don't got money. He broke. And he need the money. That's why he fighting. This the same nigga that turned down how many millions to fight Anthony Joshua to fight Deontay Wilder for $500,000. Don't get me started on Luis Ortiz. I've been very positive pertaining to certain fighters, and I would like to keep my positive outlook. I don't want to spend too much time shitting on boxers. That's why I don't make videos, because I'm gonna spend more time basically telling y'all how what's going on is more bogus than really giving fighters any credit. And I don't want to spend all my time just shitting on fighters, shitting on fighters, shitting on fighters, shitting on situations. That's not what my channel is about. So I don't want to keep making video after video after video after video of me just talking bad about every situation or bad about this fighter or bad about. I don't want to do that. That's too much negativity, and I don't want to put all it on my channel. Although I don't know, man. I'm just not. I'm not sold on Luis Ortiz. I think they use Luis Ortiz to hype up Wilder, and they use that Luis Ortiz fight to try to justify Wilder as being a all-time great or whatever. And it's like, if one fight determines your whole career, right? Why would you want to say that fighting a fighter like Luis Ortiz determine your career? Who is Luis Ortiz in boxing? Because I hate when I say shit about Wilder like he ain't fought nobody. That's where they go to. He fought Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz's biggest win is Bryant Jennings. Biggest win. Ortiz is not good. He's not good. Not to the level that y'all want to put him at. He's not good. Y'all use Luis Ortiz to justify Wilder not fighting Dillian White. Y'all use Luis Ortiz to justify Wilder's bullshit career. No, B isn't good. B isn't good. Not when you're supposed to be considered to be one of the top, the creme de la creme. Man, don't get me started on Malik Scott, bro. Don't get me started on Malik Scott, who got knocked out by the Phantom Punch. Malik Scott really got knocked out by a Phantom Punch. Real rap. Malik Scott got knocked out by a punch that didn't even touch him. Didn't even graze the fucking glove. He goes to sleep. That's okay for real. You can't game everybody. You can't game everybody. So Canelo, you gotta understand something. Alvaroy, that's for real you talking to. You know what I'm saying? But I call him for real because he the truth. I don't just call him for real just because his name is for real. I call him for real because he the truth. So when we say a dude is a beat opposition, that's not good. It's not good. That's not good. But it is a Phantom Punch. If you look at the replay, you saw the punch come right here. That's it. And you just saw Malik fall over and he laid up. If I was on my computer and not my phone, I would show you the clip. Terrible. Was not, and even Paulie Malignaggi wanted the cap for the shit. Shoot. Pretty much straight industry plant. Luis Ortiz is a hype job, bro. Hype job. Period. Nothing special, no special effects, nothing. BS. BS. Period. But I gotta go, y'all. Appreciate y'all for sliding in, man. I'm out this camp.